Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel, Technology and Instructional Media. Introducing to you our video entitled, Understanding Intellectual Property Copyright.
Before we go further, let's meet our team. Hi, I'm Izzati.
Hi, I'm Umama. Hi, I'm Suhaila.
In this short video, we are going to discuss on these parts. The first part is Introduction.
Have you ever created something original and worried someone might steal it? Copyright is here to protect you.
Among examples of famous copyrighted works are: the first one is movie, Avatar by James Cameron. The second one is book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. And the last one is music, Thriller by Michael Jackson.
However, there are also famous copyright infringement cases. One of the famous cases is the music industry versus Napster. A young technical genius named Sean Fanning developed a piece of software called Napster in 1999 when the internet was still in its infancy. It is a peer-to-peer file sharing application that allows users to freely share and download music. Suffice it to say, Napster caught the attention of the music industry. Metallica's drummer Lars Ulrich filed a lawsuit against the developer of the software in 2000, alleging copyright infringement, unauthorized use of a digital audio interface device, and racketeering. This is believed to be the first case in which a well-known artist has directly sued a peer-to-peer file-sharing software company. This caused a domino effect in which major record labels like A&M and others began suing Napster. The plaintiffs accused the software company of vicarious copyright infringement and were eventually found guilty in 2002. To the public's chagrin, Napster was forced to close that year, apologized publicly, and paid up to $26 million in damages.
What is copyright and why it matters? What is copyright?
Copyright is a legal protection given to the creators of original works, ensuring that they have exclusive rights over how their work is used, shared, or reproduced. It prevents others from copying, distributing, or modifying a work without permission.
What does copyright protect?
Copyright applies to many types of creative and intellectual works, including: the first one is music. The second one is books and written works. The third one is artwork and designs. And the last one is movies and TV shows.
The first one is music such as songs, lyrics, compositions, and recordings are covered under copyright laws. For example, the song Thriller by Michael Jackson is copyrighted, meaning it cannot be used for commercial purposes without proper authorization. The second one is books and written works, such as novels, poems, research papers, blogs, and scripts are protected under copyright. For example, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling is copyrighted, meaning no one can legally copy or distribute it without permission. The third one is artwork and designs such as paintings, photographs, digital illustrations, and sculptures are protected. For example, famous works like The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, now public domain, were once copyrighted, preventing unauthorized reproduction. And the last one is movies and TV shows such as films, documentaries, and TV series are protected under copyright. For example, Avatar by James Cameron is copyrighted, so it cannot be copied, distributed, or shown publicly without proper licensing.
Why copyright exists?
First, encourages creativity and innovation. When people know their work is protected, they are more motivated to create. Copyright ensures that artists, writers, musicians, and filmmakers can earn from their original ideas without fear of theft. For example, J.K. Rowling spent years writing Harry Potter. Without copyright, anyone could have copied her book and sold it as their own. Because of copyright, she retained control and earned recognition and income. Second, ensures creators benefit from their work. Copyright grants exclusive rights to the creator, meaning they can decide who can use, distribute, or reproduce their work. This prevents unauthorized use, ensuring that others don't profit unfairly from someone else's effort. For example, musicians and streaming services. Artists like Taylor Swift have fought for better royalty payments from streaming platforms. Copyright ensures musicians get paid when their songs are streamed, played, or used commercially. Third, boosts the economy. Creative industries, movies, music, books, and digital content contribute billions of dollars to the global economy. Copyright laws protect jobs for writers, designers, filmmakers, programmers, and musicians. For example, Hollywood's copyright industry, the film industry relies on copyright to protect movies from piracy. Without copyright, movie studios wouldn't invest millions in new films. Fourth, prevents unauthorized use and plagiarism. Copyright helps maintain honesty and originality in creative fields. Without copyright, people could easily copy others' work and claim it as their own. For example, Ed Sheeran's copyright battles, the singer faced multiple lawsuits claiming his songs were copied. Because of copyright, courts could decide whether plagiarism had occurred.
Now that we understand what copyright is and why it's important, let's talk about who actually owns copyright and how long it lasts. Many people assume that if they create something, they will always own it, but that's not always true. Sometimes your employer or a company might actually own the right to your work. So, in this section, I'll explain who gets copyright ownership and how long it protects a work before it enters the public domain. First, copyright automatically belongs to the creator of an original work. If you write a novel, compose a song, or design a piece of artwork, you own the copyright. That means only you can decide how it's used, sold, or shared. But if you create something as part of your job, your employer owns the copyright instead of you. This is called work for hire. For example, if a Disney animator designs a character, that character belongs to Disney, not the artist. If you are a freelancer, ownership depends on your contract. If there's no contract, you usually keep the copyright. For example, a wedding photographer still owns your photo unless they sign over the right to the client. Did you know that many Marvel comic artists don't own the superhero they created? Since they were working for Marvel under a work for hire contract, the company owns the right to those characters. How long does copyright last? Copyright lasts for the creator's lifetime over 50 to 70 years, depending on the country. After that, the work enters the public domain, meaning anyone can use it freely. For company-owned works, copyrights last 95 years from publication or 120 years from creation, whichever is shorter. Once copyrights expire, a work enters the public domain, meaning anyone can use it without permission. Shakespeare's plays are public domain, so anyone can adapt them into movies or books for free. Another example is Winnie the Pooh. The original story entered the public domain in 2022, and people immediately started using it, including a horror movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. One of the most famous copyright battles is Mickey Mouse. The original 1928 version, Steamboat Willie, was supposed to enter the public domain years ago, but Disney lobbied for copyright extension multiple times, leading to what some people called the Mickey Mouse Protection Act. However, in 2024, the original Mickey Mouse finally entered the public domain, but newer versions of Mickey are still protected. If you are unsure whether a work is copyrighted, websites like Creative Commons or the US Copyright Office can help you check. Some creators also use Creative Commons license, which allow people to legally share or remix their work under certain conditions. So, to summarize, copyright belongs to the creator unless it's a work for hire or company-owned content. It lasts 50 to 70 years after the creator's death or 95 to 120 years for companies. Once copyright expires, the work enters the public domain, meaning anyone can use it freely. But just because something is copyrighted doesn't mean people won't steal it. So up next, Suhaila will explain what happens when copyright is violated and how you can protect your work.
Hi everyone! Today we'll be talking about copyright infringement, what it is, why it is a serious issue, and how you can protect your work from being misused. Copyright is essential for protecting creative works, whether it is writing, music, art, or digital content. What is copyright? Copyright is a legal right that grants creators the exclusive authority to use and distribute their original work. This means that unless someone has permission, they cannot copy, share, or modify the work without the creator's consent. Copyright infringement happens when someone uses a copyrighted work without permission. This includes downloading movies illegally, copying books, or using images without crediting the creator. Infringement can lead to legal consequences such as fines or lawsuits. Here are some common examples of copyright infringement. Downloading and sharing movies or music illegally, copying articles, books, or academic papers without proper citation, using copyrighted images, videos, or music without permission, reposting content from others without giving credit. Violating copyright laws can lead to serious consequences, such as legal action, fines and penalties, and content removal. For legal action, creators can take legal action against infringers. Next, individuals or businesses may have to pay heavy fines. Websites and platforms may remove infringing content. How to protect your copyright? Now, let's talk about how you can protect your copyright. Number 1. Register your work. Officially registering your work provides legal proof of ownership. Number 2. Use copyright notices. Clearly state that your work is protected by copyright. Number 3. Watermark your content. Add a watermark to your images, videos, or documents to prevent unauthorized use. Number 4. License your work. If you want to allow others to use your work under specific conditions, you can provide a license. Number 5. Monitor and report infringement regularly. Check for unauthorized use of your work and report violations. There are also tools that can help protect your copyright online. Google Reverse Image research. Websites and platforms may remove infringing content. Content ID on YouTube detects unauthorized use of music and videos. Creative Commons licenses allows you to define how others can use your work legally. In conclusion, copyright protects creativity and innovation. Understanding copyright laws and how to safeguard your work is essential in today's digital world. By respecting copyright, we contribute to a fair and ethical creative environment. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation has helped you understand more about copyright infringement and how to protect your creative work. Stay creative and protect your